Hello? Is anyone there? I'm here, said a man in a creepy voice. Who is this? Samantha said worryingly. You know. Oh, and good luck on your math test tomorrow. I see you've been studying hard. Then the line went dead, and all Samantha could think was who called her. Also, how did he know about the test? She thought he must have been watching her, so she quickly jumped up and closed the blinds. After a while, she realized that it must have been one of her friends pulling a prank on her. Samantha decided it would be a good idea to block the number so they couldn't call again. The next day, Samantha's cell phone rang again. Why did you block my number? That wasn't very nice. I know who you are. Who then? One of the immature guys at school. Why would you think it was one of them? They're not even close to what I'm capable of. Just leave me alone. The phone kept ringing, but Samantha just ignored it. It rang 6 more times until she finally answered it again. What do you want from me? Just wanted to compliment you on how nice you look wearing that red shirt lying on the couch watching TV. Samantha hung up, started crying, and put a pillow over her head. She just wanted this to stop and to be left alone. She could not sleep for hours and eventually cried herself to sleep. That next night, Samantha was home alone during a thunderstorm when all of a sudden the doorbell rang. Samantha wondered who would be ringing her doorbell so late. She got up off the couch and opened the door, but no one was there. Hello? Is anyone out there? There was no reply, just the sound of rain and thunder, so Samantha went back to watching the TV. Right as she went to go sit down, the doorbell rang again. She thought it must have been the same person, but had a deep, natural instinct that something was wrong. Still, she answered the door, though. Right as she opened the door, a man in an all-black outfit with a ski mask barged in, picked Samantha up by the neck, and pinned her up against the wall. Recognize me? Samantha tried to yell, but not a sound came out of her mouth. Then the man threw her on the ground, pulled out a knife, and put it up to her neck. All Samantha thought was, this is it. I'm gonna die right here, right now. The man then lifted up the knife, ready to stab her in a moment when a car pulled into the driveway. That scared the man into quickly running out of the back door. Samantha just lay there, on the floor sobbing. When the doorbell rang, she just ignored it until whoever drove up went away. That night, Samantha went upstairs, washed the blood off her body, and went to sleep. For the next week, Samantha could not think of anything but what happened that night. Samantha's parents realized she was acting strange, so they asked if everything was alright, but Samantha just said everything was okay. She thought if she told her parents what happened, they would contact the police, and that would only mean certain death. The next day, right as Samantha was about to go to sleep, her phone rang. She saw that it was her best friend's number, so she decided to answer the phone. I'm willing to make a deal with you, the man said. Samantha was shocked that it wasn't her friend and realized that he had her. What? Samantha replied. I'll spare your life. And just leave me alone, like that? But what? I will kill 3 of your best friends. You have 10 minutes to call back with your decision. Samantha knew this would be the hardest decision of her life. 9 minutes passed and she still hadn't called back. Eventually she called. Have a decision? Me, Samantha said. After the call, Samantha thought how she would lure him in, then kill him. Eventually she realized he was too strong for her and she would just be killed in the end. 2 weeks went on and nothing had happened. Samantha thought he might have given up, but she was alive, her friends were alive, and he never called again. Samantha was a mess, mentally and physically. All she did was think about it, and also she could not sleep. One night, around 3 a.m., Samantha was so stressed she decided to call him. It's a little late to call, said the man. Please, just do it. Get it over with, Samantha begged. I think it's time then. That night, the man snuck into Samantha's house and walked silently up to her room. He woke her up, quickly said hello, and then hit her hard in the face, making her unconscious. While Samantha was knocked out, the man ripped the phone off the wall and took the plug out. He took the cord and tied some elaborate knots, making it very strong. After he did that, he tied the cord to the ceiling. The man then sat by Samantha's bed until she regained consciousness, which didn't take very long. He duct taped her mouth and put the cord around her neck. After that, he just dropped her and left her hanging there. Samantha screamed for a minute or two, but eventually she stopped. On the way out of the house, the man said, "No more calls for you." The end.